All right, let's dive into an adventure that starts in, of all places, a kid's bedroom closet. This is a story about a boy who finds out that history isn't just something you read about in dusty old books, it's something you can literally fall right into. Seriously, just think about that for a second. What if you were holding the blueprint to the entire universe? A map that lets you jump to any point in time, any place you can imagine. What would you even do with that power? Well, for a young boy named Kevin, this isn't some daydream. It's the start of the most insane trip of his life. So, let's meet our hero, Kevin. He's this kid who is just completely obsessed with history. But his parents, they're pretty sure he's losing his marbles. And why? Because he swears he saw a whole Viking world pop into existence inside his closet. He even tried to run into it and just slammed into the back wall. But Kevin knows what he saw, and he's about to find out it's very, very real. Then, one night, his closet just bursts open again, and out tumble the Time Bandits. Now, this is a rowdy crew of 5 thieves who, get this, used to work for the Supreme Being. Yep, but they got sick of their divine 9 to 5, so they stole the ultimate cheat sheet, the map of time itself. And now they're on a crime spree across all of history, with their old boss not far behind. Before Kevin can even really process what's happening, he's yanked through a time portal and joins their absolutely chaotic journey. And they're all about to find out that the history books, they got a lot of things really, really wrong. And their little trip is about to make everything a whole lot messier. Okay, so you might be wondering, how in the world does a group of thieves and a modern kid talk to people from, ancient China? Easy. With this little piece of magical tech, the translation Topi. It's basically the ultimate travel accessory. You pop it on and boom, no more language barrier. It's going to help them talk their way into and out of a ton of trouble. So their first stop lands them right on the ship of the legendary pirate queen, Zhang Yisao. While the bandits are, of course, trying to loot everything in sight, Kevin's history brain kicks into high gear. He actually advises the queen on how to use an incoming storm to escape an enemy fleet. She is so impressed, she wants to make him her permanent advisor. But before he can say yes, another time portal just yanks them away. Next up, they land at one of the world's greatest mysteries, Stonehenge. Now, Kevin always figured it was built by aliens, but the reality? It's way more boring. The ancient builders were just kind of bored and decided to stack some really big rocks for fun. So much for all those theories about cosmic alignments. After a totally wild encounter with a Trojan horse, Kevin finds himself in ancient Greece, where he meets a young prophetess named Cassandra. And right in the middle of all this absurdity, she looks him dead in the eye and delivers this chillingly serious prophecy. Suddenly, it feels like this journey might be about a lot more than just a joyride through time. Their trip to the Mayan civilization is a perfect example of just how twisted history can get. The books paint this super grim picture of human sacrifice, right? But when the bandits get captured, they find out the real story. The Mayans are just sacrificing some corn to lighten the mood. The whole human sacrifice thing was just propaganda from their enemies. And when they get accused of theft, turns out the bag was just full of avocados for the villagers. And the speed of this whole thing is just dizzying. I mean, one minute they're in the Ice Age, hanging out with Neanderthals. The next, they're in the age of dinosaurs, barely escaping a pterodactyl. Then, poof, they're in medieval Europe during the Black Death. And that Triceratops head they grabbed as a souvenir? Yeah, it makes everyone think they're legendary dragon slayers. It is just nonstop chaos. But they haven't been traveling unnoticed. A much, much darker figure has been watching them this whole time. The devil himself has his own plans for that cosmic map, and he sees Kevin as more than just a traveler. He sees him as a key piece in a much bigger, much more evil game. To lure Kevin right to him, the devil does the unthinkable. He uses his power and incinerates Kevin's parents. And just like that, this isn't an adventure anymore. For Kevin, it's now a desperate mission. He has to get back, he has to reverse what happened, and he has to save his family. See, everyone wants a piece of this map. The devil, he wants it for total domination over all of time. The bandits, they just want to get super rich. And God, he's surprisingly chill about the whole thing, basically saying if the map gets lost, he'll just scrap the universe and start a new one. Which leaves Kevin and all of humanity caught right in the middle. Then, a former teammate reveals a bombshell. Kevin's parents aren't dead, they're just imprisoned. So the team makes a decision. They have to go to the one place the map can't take them. They're going to hell. So they hitch a ride on the hat of a friendly giant, cross the sea, and head straight into the devil's fortress. And once he's inside, Kevin overhears this cosmic argument between God and the devil. And what he hears is terrifying. The devil wants to use the map to enslave all of history, but God wants to use it to erase history entirely, all the mistakes, all the beauty, everything, and just start fresh. Kevin realizes that both ultimate good and ultimate evil are offering their own kind of destruction. So there he is, trapped between a tyrant and a creator who's willing to delete his own creation. And Kevin finally understands neither of them really cares about humanity. Cassandra's prophecy suddenly makes perfect sense. It's up to him, a mortal kid, to stand up to both of them and fight for our right to exist, flaws and all. So Kevin comes up with his absolutely brilliant plan. He's not just a kid tagging along anymore. He is a leader. He busts his parents out, then he hands the devil a fake map, which sets off a huge fireworks display. And while the devil is celebrating what he thinks is his ultimate victory, Kevin confronts God directly and gets away with the real map. And he tells God exactly why humanity is worth it. He explains that he's seen the absolute worst of us, the wars, the plagues, the silliness, but in all of that chaos, he also saw incredible beauty and resilience and hope. He argues that humanity, with all of our imperfections, is worth saving, not erasing. And that's really where the story leaves us, with this huge question. When you're presented with two flawed absolute powers, one that wants to control you and one that's willing to just wipe the slate clean, is the bravest choice to just reject both and choose humanity instead? What would you do? Thanks for joining me for this one.